Right, so T's doing some advanced inside turns with Digger here, and what she's doing is she's practicing the walk, trot, upward and downward transitions because she's going to ride that in a minute. Now the other thing she's getting him to do is change direction. So you see there, we're just going to talk them through to what part of the body you're moving. So she's going to move the hindquarters away.
Walk, walk, good boy. Yeah, so now he's got it down pretty well where I don't have to be...
You don't have to move the hindquarters?
I don't have to push the hindquarters quite so much, but I'll walk through that first. So first I want his hindquarters to move away from me.
So she goes towards the hindquarters a bit. There, the hindquarters are going
nose,
to the right.
Shoulder, and hip.
Okay. So the hindquarters move away.
Hindquarter, nose, shoulder, hip.
And hip forward. Let's have a look at that again. Watch her hands as well. So this left hand,
so hips,
up.
Nose, shoulder, hips. I'll do one more. Hips. And I didn't, you see,
he really quick. So he's put it together. So because T broke it down, you move the hindquarters away, the nose comes to you, you push your shoulder away, you move the hips forward. She broke that one change of direction, one movement, down into 4 movements, which made it really easy for Digger. So when he first came out here, he was having a lot of trouble with this, and he was getting quite anxious about changing direction. So T slowed herself down and really broke it down. And he's go, oh yeah, I can move my hindquarters away, I can do that. Oh, I can move my nose towards you, yes, I can do that. Oh, I can move my shoulder away, and yes, I can move my hindquarter forward. So it really, really helped him get that. And so now that she can change direction and she can speed him up and slow him down, now it's really good practice for him to learn the upward and downward verbal cues for those transitions. So she just clapped him up to trot.
Walk. He trotted on his own there.
So. Oh, he did?
Yeah, so but he's doing really well with downward transitions today.
Yeah, and so how did you get the downward transition? What do you do if he won't stop trotting?
I keep backing up and coming in front of him, just trying to get in front of the drive line and get his attention, but now he's looking for it a little bit more.
Yep.
Yesterday I had to do since I've started, I had to do quite a lot.
Yeah.
And now he is sort of tuned in to look for it.
So this is really good. So this is the start of self-carriage for Digger. So, and that's exactly what you want, is a horse that's tuned in and listening and waiting for that next signal. So now she's just asked him to trot, and he's tuned into her and he's waiting for the next signal. It might be change direction, it might be walk. That's what Digger's now waiting for. It's a horse in self-carriage, and self-carriage means
and walk.
Doing what you've been asked to do. Excellent.
Good boy.
Until you're asked to do something else. So that's what he's learning, and it's from simple things like this to cantering a 20-metre circle, holding your line, holding your tempo, holding your speed, all of those things on the circle, holding your frame. But it's exactly the same here. This is still self-carriage, and getting the horse to hold his line, hold his gait, hold his tempo, everything until you ask him to do something else. And I think we need to think about self-carriage in all sorts of things, even with picking the horse's foot up. I want the horse to have the weight on the other feet until I put it down, because that's the end of the movement. So we come back to bookending these movements. If you don't bookend, then the horse starts to have to make their own decisions about when to stop doing things. If you pick the horse's foot up and then the horse takes the foot away, the horse has made the decision about when it's going to do that. If you pick the foot up and then just drop it onto its toe, that's quite often an unpleasant experience. You're much better off putting it down and ending that. I was holding your foot, now I am not holding your foot. And that bookends that particular behaviour. The same with this, she's asked him to trot. She's not going to keep asking him to trot.
Good boy.
There we go, and that was really good. He did that really well.
Good boy.
So that's going to be useful for T when she's in the saddle in a moment, because she knows now that he really understands those walk-trot transitions up and down. And so that's always going to be her go-to before she uses a leg or a rein. So if she's walking and she wants to trot, she's going to cluck at him and then apply leg if he misses the cluck. And if she's trotting and she wants to walk, she's going to say walk and then apply rein if he misses that verbal cue. So it's a great transition from the ground to the saddle.